So this is being taken out of Habakkuk, 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 the book in the Bible. Chapter 1, the burden which the prophet Habakkuk saw. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and you will not hear? Even cry out to you, violence, and you will not save. Why do you show me iniquity and cause me to see trouble? For plundering and violence are before me. There is strife and contention arising. Therefore the law is powerless, and justice never goes forth. For the wicked surround the righteous, and perverse judgment proceeds. Look among the nations and watch. Be utterly astounded. For I will work a work in your days, which you will not believe, though it were told to you. For indeed I am raising up the Chaldeans, a bitter and hasty nation, which marches through the breadth of the earth, to possess dwelling places that are not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity proceed from themselves. Their horses are swifter than leopards and more fierce than evening wolves. Their chargers charge ahead. Their cavalry comes from afar. They fly as the eagle that hastens to eat. They all come for violence. Their faces are set like the east wind. They gather captive and captives like sand. They scoff at kings, and princes are scorned by them. They deride every stronghold, for they heap up earthen mounds and seize it. Then his mind, which his mind is as an oracle, a spirit or a wind, changes, and he transgresses. He commits offense, ascribing this power to his God. Are you not from everlasting, O Lord my God, my Holy One? We shall not die, O Lord. You have appointed them for judgment. O Rock, you have marked them for correction. You are of purer eyes than to behold evil, and cannot look on wickedness. Why do you look on those who deal treacherously, and hold your tongue when the wicked devours? A person more righteous than he? Why do you make men like fish of the sea, like creeping things that have no ruler over them? They take up all of them with a hook. They catch them in their net and gather them in their dragnet. Therefore they rejoice and are glad, and they sacrifice to their net. They burn incense to their dragnet, because by them their share is consumptuous, and their food plentiful. Shall they therefore empty their net and continue to slay nations without pity? I will stand my watch and set myself on the rampart and watch to see what he will say to me, and what I will answer when I am corrected. Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, and will not tarry. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Indeed, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. He does not stay at home because he enlarges his desire as hell or a shoal or a thick clay or what satisfies fire for what is of no lasting value. He is like death and cannot be satisfied, and he gathers to himself all nations and heaps up for himself all peoples. Will not all these take up a proverb against him, us, united in divisionatic ways? A taunting riddle against him, and say, woe to him who increases what is not his, and how long? And to him who loads himself with many pledges, such as a Dead Sea Scroll and a Septuagint, a reel, attaching into a joining. Will not your creditors rise up suddenly, and will not they awaken who oppress you, and you will become their booty? Because you have plundered many nations, and all the remnant of the people shall plunder you. Because of men's blood and the violence of the land and the city, and of all who dwell in it. Woe to him who converts evil gain for his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of disaster. You give shameful counsel to your house, cutting off many peoples, and sin against your own soul. For the stone will cry out from the wall, and the beam from the timbers will answer it. Woe to him who builds a town with bloodshed, who establishes a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not the Lord of hosts that the people labor to feed the fire. A nations weary themselves in vain, for the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. What gay used to mean, joy. As the waters cover the sea, woe to him who gives drink to his neighbor, pressing him to your bottle, even to make him drunk, that you may look on his nakedness. You are filled with shame instead of glory. You also drink and be exposed as an uncircumcised. The cup of the Lord's right hand will be turned against you, and utter shame will be on your glory. For the violence done to Lebanon will cover you, and the plunder of beasts which made them afraid because of men's blood, and the violence of the land and the city, and of all who dwell in it. What profit is the image that its maker should carve it? The molded image, a teacher of lies, that the maker of its mold should trust in it to make mute idols. Woe to him who says to wood, awake, to silent stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is overlaid with gold and silver, yet in it there is no breath at all. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. And I just wanted to share that with you because I want to take it back to the part of where did I just read that at? There was another place too I want to read. But basically where it was stating um, frickety frick did I just see that? And them and their share, we already know that, can turn into consumption. The dragnet, the dragon, the internet, the creepy thing is a person more righteous, you are pure eyes. Look among proud, which you would not believe, for indeed I am rising up. They all come with violence. Why do you make men like fish of the sea? That part in 14, chapter 1. Why do you make men like fish of the sea, like creepy things that have no ruler over them? Because when it comes to human, we have to understand that our greater God and what gods tether us to this world, earth, heart, surface is uh, our dwelling place, that of which we owe all of our thanks, gratitude, into the birth that delivered us into this merciful world. Because it's not about following the word, it is following the world, because you are part of the world, for the world itself in the English language includes Lord in it. WORLD. LORD. And there's bitterness and hastiness going on, but we are made no different from that of the fish and the creepy things, that of which in our DNAs, mRNAs, mtDNAs, we have in us these two operations within our flesh of discernment, and then the spirit that tethers us still once our umbilical is cut. In physical, we are still tethered in the internal, eternal, metaphysical. Good old metaphysicians, I'd say. But I just wanted to share that little piece with y'all of the habbukkuk. And if y'all know how to pronounce that, then maybe you could share the pronunciation with me. I could always stick it to the dictionary, I'm sure, too. What came first, Webster or the Bible?